Hey everybody, it's your hospitality friend Glenn here from the Hunter Hotel Investment Conference. Ryan Rivett, CEO of MyPlace Hotels, is with me. Man, how are you doing?
Glenn, I'm great. It's awesome to be here.
It is so great to see you. There's a lot of energy here. And you know, you guys are at the forefront of extended stay before all these folks in here started, putting out their brands. But I'm finding the market is maturing.
Yeah.
I'm finding that it's starting to segment, but you guys are holding true as to where you are.
All right.
I'd like to hear a little bit about where you are, and then I got something else I want to
Well,
get into.
I think that it's hard to believe that we've been around now for 9 years.
It's ridiculous.
And we've got a lot of footprint now and changing some things, but the dynamics are constantly shifting, and I think it's happening a lot faster. The pace is increasing of how change happens.
Right. I think that we're at this convergence where customers finally understand what the product is,
Right.
set along the backdrop of the ownership and development community getting behind it as well. So this is kind of a magical time. And one of the things that I think we need to really think about is that business mix.
Right.
And you guys seem to have gotten that figured out in a way that some of the others may not yet.
Well, I think we have. We've created what works for us, and we've been very intentional about it from the front end. We've seen little shifts in dynamics and things like that. But today, while the focus is on extended stay, right, as if that's homogenous, right?
Right.
It's not. There is so much diversity inside of extended stay and available in the markets for our extended stay properties. That you really do have to focus on the diversity in your mix and where the right proportions are at.
And that's a good point, because when a new category enters the industry, it's kind of a one-size-fits-no-one kind of category.
Right.
And then you got to kind of figure out who you're appealing to. And you guys understand your target audience extremely well.
We're close to them. We like to stay close to them. I mean, how better do you know your business than to know exactly how what the inputs are and where they're coming from? And so when we look at, the 1 to 4 night traveler, the weekly traveler, the monthly traveler, we have all of them, and managing the proportions of those is the most important thing. And so while people are focused on longer lengths of stay, we're actually seeing greater opportunity and growing opportunity in the shorter lengths of stay.
All right, so how does that work? Because a lot of the brands out there say, you've got to stick to this formula or else you're going to screw up the entire model.
Right. Well, I think it works, and maybe where it doesn't work for others is that when you're part of a larger collection, you have to fit in, right? We don't have to fit in. And so what we have the ability to do is kind of be adventurous and find out for every market what works best. And so, you find little differences. And I think the macro approach to the hotel business is going away much more quickly than it has in the past, right? You can't just look at it as an overall. You have to look at market specifics and seasonal specifics and demand dynamics differently in every market. So,
all right, that's interesting. And you guys are very focused on smaller markets. Like, I don't expect to see you in Manhattan anytime soon, right? Because that's just not your business model. And I think that gets to the point of you're able to connect closer with your customers because of that tertiary market kind of vibe.
Well, exactly. And I think understanding a secondary or tertiary market becomes a lot easier. I mean, we're not all rocket scientists, right? So you gotta be able to understand what you're going into and what you're going after in order to do it well. And I think that's what we find our operators are really doing well with.
Yeah. So I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you, how's development going?
Development's been good. We're seeing the continual ramp back up from the kind of pause that happened during
those times. 4 years ago, we were not here because of that.
The train's just continuing to speed up. And so we're seeing a lot of opportunity with developers who have had other focuses for a lot of years who are saying, hey, I'm either diversifying or I'm completely shifting gears. I love the extended stay box. I love how it works. And I love the smaller position that MyPlace takes in the market.
How are you thinking about taking care of your owners as you continue to grow? Because what you're doing at the corporate level must change and grow and adapt.
Right, it does. And so I think that's where what we're doing a lot of is leveraging our current franchisees into conversations with incoming franchisees, creating that network, that franchise advisory network that happens within, being very intentional about doing that early on rather than waiting until we're so big that it has to be that way.
Well, that's important because that sets the tone for the culture that you've created and will help you keep that as you grow.
It advances our culture, right? But by creating the relationships and reinforcing the relationships that we've created by pushing them into new relationships. It just sort of makes the family bigger.
All right, so what do these folks out there need to know about MyPlace?
I think you should take a look at MyPlace. We're doing really well, and you're going to see us in a lot more markets in the next few years. 64, 71, 87 unit prototypes.
Nice.
Are a lot more comfortable in today's period. So let's talk.
That's awesome. These guys have really done all of the hard work, and now it's time for you out there to get the benefits. Check them out at what, MyPlace Hotels?
MyPlaceHotels.com.
Beautiful. So for Ryan Rivett and myself, Glenn Hausman, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Do that right now. Text the word hotel to 66866. Get our weekend wrap up of all the news, videos, podcasts that you need to see. Thanks for being here. See you next time.